Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Melissa if you're new here, and today's video should be a fun, kind of relaxed plant styling slash rearranging type of video. I may add in a repot or two. I might be tempted to propagate as well, but I want to dedicate today's video to finally getting all my Hoya plants together into one space. I recently shared the new plant shop space, and so the dining area here is more spacious, and I feel like this is the perfect spot for my Hoya plants because it is I feel like the only area in the house that isn't near a window. I feel like no matter what, if my Hoya plants are close to a window, they will get mealies. I don't know what it is. I feel like the east window over here by the kitchen, where I do have not a lot of Hoya, maybe like 8 or so Hoya plants, it just, yeah, I need to like weather strip that window or do something to prevent them from coming in. So in the dining area already, I have a rudsta cabinet from Ikea, which I love, and I really kind of want to get a second one now. And then I have one of the acrobar cabinets, which is housing some Hoyas. And then I got this new little white shelf that I'm going to put together with you today here too. And we'll kind of restyle this area, and we'll see how many Hoyas that I can actually fit into this space. So my Hoyas are scattered right now. I actually have some big Hoyas that I completely forgot are still in the bathtub. I can't believe I forgot they were in there. Oh no. So yeah, I have those bigger Hoyas. I think I just have one Hoya that's in the bedroom. And then I have some newer Hoyas. Hi, Chai. Some of my like favorite ones are in my Millspo in my plant room, and I have another acrobar in there with Hoyas. And then I have a couple bigger ones in there, like a linearis, polynura, and then the rest of them are here at the dining area, and then obviously like what's here. I really don't know how many Hoya plants I have, but I have a lot. And I did get 2 new ones recently that I'll show you. I ordered for like mother plants for the shop. I feel like I only want to keep Hoyas that are going to do well for the shop and they grow well. I love them, so I feel like it's a win-win-win all the way around. He just staring at me. He's so handsome. Yeah, you're so handsome. Hi, Chai. Yeah, you hear me talking? Yeah. You're so cute. So yeah, I think that's the plan of action. Get all the Hoyas on the table, get the area cleaned, and then we can build the shelves, clean the shelves, and then work on styling. Hopefully it doesn't take more than a few hours or so. It's so weird not having my desk here anymore. Hi, Luna. We just use this for any and everything if I need a towel to lace stuff on. They're like old bath towels. Yeah, is that a towel for you, Luna? Meow. Look at her tail stuck. Don't you get me with those claws. Don't you get me. I'm gonna start emptying the rudsta. I think what I'm gonna do is, since I only have one nice cabinet, and I have the acrobar, which I'll keep as like a little mini one, maybe for some like propagations and stuff. I think I'll put my favorite Hoyas in here. That way they're in the nicer cabinet. I feel like this cabinet, knock on wood, I have never gotten anything crazy in here, pest-wise. I freed up a lot of ceramic pots from just like cleaning out my plants and stuff recently, and so I'll probably decorate with some different pots that I have too. Oh, that has water leaking on it. And oh no, oh, it's stuck in the cord. I recently released beneficials as well, predatory mite. So if you see any of these baggies, that's what they are on the plants. Oh, that's like growing out inside of the cabinet. How did it get in there? Oh, I just broke it. Oh, darn. Oh well, I just broke the new growth. This one is so pretty. Look at that color. I'm obsessed. I accidentally tore that leaf. I ripped it. This is the Mitra Silver, but it's coming in like this burgundy color. It is stunning. I actually could probably go ahead and prop this. I might take a cutting since I broke the top off. It got stuck. Although a new set of leaves is coming here. Maybe I'll wait. A lot of my hoyas I have chopped back so many times to propagate, you know, for the shop. So some of them are like really short and they haven't regrown back because I try not to cut them back too little because I don't want to jeopardize my mother plants, and I want mine to be still a decent size in my collection. But some of them, when I chop back, it takes a while for them to regrow. Like for instance, this is my inner variegated polyneura, and so it has 2 vines, and I've chopped this back several times, but I feel like the last time I did it, it's taken a while to regrow. It's like just now finally regrowing, and I think I currently have like 5 or 6 propagations of this right now, like rooting and stuff. But yeah, this is like my main mother plant, so I'm gonna let this one grow back before I consider chopping it again. Oh, this is my Maranta cutting when I potted up my Marantas, the variegated. So this one has rooted in there. So this will, I'll put this maybe over there. Oh no, I can't put this in the window. Mealy's like Marantas too. I'll put this in the bathroom. Oh, I didn't even know this one had started growing. Oh, cool. One of my faves, my Matilde Silver, or Splashy. It's very silver. One of my favorites. All right, rudsta is empty. Just gotta clean it. That's everyone from the rudsta. It looks like a lot of plants, and that's only like not even a fifth of my Hoya collection. It's gonna be insane how many Hoyas I actually have. It's gonna be a wide awakening. A lot of my Hoyas are just in like 3 or 4 inch pots. Honestly, a lot of my Hoyas could use a repot, and then I've been just sitting them in like a little acrylic tray. Pretty much all my Hoyas are in my aeroid mix, minus like a couple. And so it's pretty aerated, and so when I water, it drains straight through. So if I don't have something to catch the water, it'll just go everywhere. So I have them sitting in a tray, but ideally I would like to replace this with a nice little pot. But for like my acrobar here, these little trays kind of fit perfectly and they don't take up too much space, whereas I feel like an outer cache pot kind of would take up more space in here. Oh yeah, I do have a Dischidia in here, I forgot. I had propagated this for the first time recently, this one here. It gets really beautiful burgundy when it sun stresses, and these leaves, look how huge some of these leaves are. It's crazy. I want to get this trellised as well, although I like it trailing. It's pretty trailing. But this one I'll have to move as well since it's technically not a Hoya. So I'll just sit it right here for now. I don't know what the heck I was doing on my last watering day. I think I was like trying to get through it quickly. And I got some clips too, some new clips because I was getting low and I didn't want to use all the ones that I use for the shop. So I need to like re-clip a lot of these. Oh, this one's finally growing now. It actually looks nice. This one I had rehabbed. I bought it because the blooms are really cute and fuzzy. It's a really fuzzy leafed Hoya. I think it starts with a C, Caudata, maybe, but I'm really excited for this one to bloom. It rehabbed really nicely. It's like filled out this entire trellis. So I might prop this one soon. I don't know, it was a really like finicky one to actually start growing, but I love the fuzzy leaves. They're so fuzzy and cute, but I can't wait for the blooms. The blooms are gonna be so pretty on this one. Same with this one too. I forget what this one's called. Oh, look at those cool leaves. What the heck? It looks like a Thanksgiving cactus or something. That is so cool. Like little claws. Right there. That's so interesting. This one was a rehab too. I feel like this one's taken a while to actually grow. I got these a while ago. Like, I don't even think I got them last year. Was it? Maybe it was the year before. Okay, the acrobar is empty. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this grow light out. And yeah, we'll give this a nice sanitize. So this shelf here is white. I forget, I think I remember what it looks like. I got this delivered a while ago, but I haven't opened it or put it together yet. But I'm thinking about putting the acrobar not on this little shelf here. I actually might use this shelf, scoot it to the side. That way I could fit some more hoyas on here. But I'm thinking about just sitting this acrobar on the shelf and then just adding some different hoyas in here. But I have the yellow one too that's in my plant room, but I'm actually thinking about taking that one out and maybe using it for some anthurium seedlings. I think that would look good over there on that shelf. I'm nervous about some of these hoyas over here, you guys. I checked recently, but I don't know. I feel like they just randomly pop up if there's any that decide to attack these hoyas over here. But let me show you the two new ones I got recently. This one's actually the Crassio petiolata, but it's the splashy version. And I really like the splash as well. And I thought this specimen was really good. So this is how it came shipped to me and everything. And I feel like it could definitely use a drink. I've had them acclimating on the table and I haven't watered them since, like it's completely dry. But it looks like it's tree fern and perlite. Like I love the mix that it's in. Really happy Hoya, super happy with it. I was tempted to get a lot more Hoyas from her, but I'm like, no, I need to pace myself. I have too many Hoya right now. I need to downsize some of the ones I'm not feeling anymore, and then I can bring some new ones in. And then this one I thought was really pretty. This one is called Hoya Snow. I don't know how to pronounce C-U-I-Q, silver. That's the tag. There. And I thought the coloring, the green was really pretty with the splash. I have a feeling this might sunstress pink a little too. Luna accidentally chewed that leaf. I was unboxing it and she decided to just take a little nibble. But the color is so pretty on this one. But I just felt like it was a nice specimen and everything. And it's already, I feel like, going to grow soon. So yeah, I'll prop this in some time. I feel like the green, I feel like it's a unique green on a Hoya. At least for me, I feel that way. But it's really pretty. You know, I unboxed this one. I'll give you a little update on this one. I still have it in the same vessel, and it's actually pushing two little leaves up top. This one is the Hoya Gunning Gading, but it's the ghost, and so it's doing very well. It's been chilling over here by the window. I was nervous to put it over here because I didn't want it to get mealies, but I think we're good. But yeah, it's really pretty. I'm excited for this one to grow. And yeah, I have a lot of my big Hoyas over here. Like, I don't know what I'm not gonna have enough room over there for these Hoyas. Like, I have so many big ones. My discipulae, look at those blooms. Oh, those blooms are so cool. There's so many that are open right now. My last round of props, I had like 3 of these raw, completely die, which is so weird because I had propped this like 2 other times before and all the props did really well. But this last time, I don't know, they didn't do well. I was wondering if I accidentally like underwatered them or something and like shocked them possibly. But yeah, I have that one. I have, this is my new, not new, but this is the Polynura, the outer variegated that I had potted up together, and a lot of new growth is coming in since I did that. I sold a couple of the propagations that were already like growing and rooted, and then I think I have another like 8 or 9, so I'll probably prop this again soon. I have to double check. I'm definitely going to do a thorough check off camera, like once I get all the Hoyas together. I'm probably just going to do a preventative pest treatment and yeah, make sure there's no creepy crawlies. Yeah, I think we're good on that one. Yeah, I have Lacinosa, Croniana Super Silver. I have New Guinea Ghost. This is one of my faves too. It'll be time to prop this one again. This is the Hoya Carnosa Wilbur Graves. I love this one of my favorites. Um, oh, this is one that I got at a big box store. This Wayeti, the variegated, it's so cute. So I got this for like $9. Or no, it was $10. And I love how the new leaves are coming in pink. I love this one, it's so cute. I'm really glad I bought it. I have a Hoya Bella inner variegated over here. I have the outer variegated as well. And I saw a peduncle. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it died off. It blasted. This one I haven't repotted yet. It's still in the original pot. I actually sold a propagation with a peduncle and it hadn't even bloomed yet. I was like kind of mad at myself for selling it because it hasn't bloomed for me yet, but it's cool that it has peduncles. There's actually another one here forming and here forming, so it actually has a lot. So yeah, I'll have to see what the blooms look like, but yeah, I need to repot this one. Oh yeah, I have this big guy too. So this is a Carnosa Freckles. And I had propagated it a few times and it was coming in with kind of low variegation or low like splash, this section over here. So I think I'm going to get rid of this section. And because I had chopped it back so many times, like I chopped it here and here, it shot out a new node from down here. So the original leaves were very, very splashy. And so this new node came in with all this splash. Look at that. See, this is what I was loving, like all that splash, and so I don't really like the ones with low splash. So I'm excited that this strand is growing. Like I don't want to mess with that, so I'm going to let this strand grow, and then yeah, I'm probably going to cut this strand away. Yeah, I don't know what I have going on here with this one. What else is over here? Oh yeah, I have this multiflora variegated. It's bloomed a few times. There's actually a peduncle, another one coming in here. But yeah, the blooms are so pretty when they do open. I love the blooms on it, but the Hoya itself is a bit not as easy. This is the Croniana Super Silver. I have a couple blooms on this one right here. They're so pretty. And then right here, it smells like a Lacunosa bloom. I love this New Guinea Ghost, but it's another one that's a bit more, I feel like it's a bit more finicky. Mealies do love this Hoya. I love the color on it as well. I propagated this many times. I have a propagation currently growing. I might take a few more cuttings, but I have some new growth, so I don't really want to jeopardize that. Oh, is that a peduncle? Or is that a growth point? Wait. That here? There's like two, and there's like a strand coming out here. This one's a thirsty Hoya as well, I'm finding. But yeah, I love the color on this one. I have my big linearis that is on the shelf as well, like the really, really long one. And then I also have, this is my original Crimson Queen as well. I'm gonna take this one out of pond and pot it back up. But I feel like it took a while to rehab. This plant used to be so big, you guys. So that's all that's left of that one. And then I also have a compacta, which is another mealy magnet. So I have to thoroughly inspect. And I'll do a better job. I'm probably gonna take these all to the sink and preventatively treat them, like I was saying, but I have some new growth here in the middle. It was just one vine, but it looks like there might be some other like vines growing. But I really want the blooms on a compacta because they're pink and they're really pretty and they supposedly smell like chocolate. So I don't know when or if this one would bloom, but that's all that I have of a compacta. It's not my favorite, like it's a cool Hoya. I think it's really unique and I love the curliness to it, but I really want the blooms. I want this one for the blooms. All right, I'm going to get these Hoyas put on the table, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and just grab the other Hoyas that I have, like in my plant room. I'm just going to go in there really quickly, grab them and bring them out here, and then we'll work on, I think, cleaning first, and then yeah, we'll kind of go through these hoyas and get them styled a bit. And I don't want this video to be like crazy long, so I think what I'll do is that shelf, I'm just gonna build that off camera and I'll just show you, you know, what it looks like when it's built and everything. Okay, I brought out the entire bit of hoya, minus the big linearis. It's at the sink. I wanted to go ahead and spray that one down. But every other like hoya is here, minus one other linearis that's in the shop room. That's like a mother plant. But there's 64 plants here, you guys. 64 different hoyas. What the heck? I didn't know I had so many. It's crazy having them all out here. I have a lot of my bigger ones that are here on this little, you know, table. And there are some that I definitely fell out of love with that I think, you know, like I was saying, I'm gonna take cuttings and propagate it and, you know, eventually get rid of them from my collection. I have these that were hanging in the shop room, you know, by that window, and I didn't really like, I don't really love them per se. I have a regular Wayettii. I do kind of like this Lacinosis snow caps. It does bloom for me. Oh yeah, here's a bloom right here. Which I love, like the snow caps. Mine is a little bit, like, it's not very snow cappy, like the leaves don't have a lot of splash, and it's probably because it doesn't get enough light in that window, but it's still like is a happy hoya and it grows. And this one here has a lot of new growth. I need to give these like a major hose down. I always forget, is this one the Burtonay or Bilobata? I think it's the Bilobata, right? Because the Burtonay, one of them has the round leaves, more round ones, but I can never remember which one that is. So if you know which one this is, let me know, because this is one that I think I want to let go of, that I don't want to keep in my collection anymore. This one is the Abovada Splash. I had propagated this once and it's like literally grown this entire thing back. It's crazy. I have this one in my bedroom so it doesn't get a ton of light. Look at this huge leaf. Look how big that is. That's crazy. I like this one here. It's like a half moon splash. Do you see that? Yeah, this one's only bloomed once for me though. I have my regular green Polynura, which I propagate from all the time. I think I propagated like 3 whole strands last time, and it's starting to grow back a ton from where I cut before. It's a lot of hoyas, huh, Chai? This is my OG linearis. I was really thinking about leaving this one in my plant room, but I'm not sure. I loved how it was like cascading over my cabinet. And then these are some of my newer favorite ones. This one here, I think these 3 are probably my favorite, in my top 5 for sure. So this one here is probably like definitely one of my favorites. And that was in my cabinet, as well as the Argentea Princess. And then some of these were in my plant room, like the Caracia Silver, another Polynura variety. This was in my plant room as well. I need to get all these hoyas out of here and actually styled and stuff. And a lot of these, I feel like I haven't really looked at a whole lot, or really, besides like water and stuff, because they're kind of in this cabinet and hidden out of view, I guess. So I'm excited to get these ones out of here. A lot of those were in my rudsta. That was in the other acabar, that section. And then this little section was in the window. So a lot of these are kind of getting big. And then this is the rehab section. I want to get all these out of pond. Feels good wiping these cabinets down. I'm gonna take the acabar. I had cleaned it not that long ago, but I have some residue from where water leaked. So I'm just gonna quickly wash this one at the sink. And I'll give the top part a quick little wipe down. Get this long linearis out of the sink. Look how long this thing is. It's crazy. Look at this. This is going to be my second propagating mother plant once my other one is officially like propagated up. It's crazy. It's pretty though. This fertilizer that I use, the Max C for Hoyas, it stains, well it can stain. It's harder to get off the surfaces. I am back. The shelf is built and ate dinner. I think it's like 7:30. It's getting kind of late and I didn't tackle any of these Hoyas yet. So the shelf, I don't think I like it. It was very complicated to put together. I actually put it on roll, well, pieces. The instructions weren't that clear and you can tell it's like a cheap shelf. And now that I have it put together, and I was missing pieces, like 2 of the screws were missing. I think what happened is during transit, the box, there was like holes in the box, but one of the bags exploded. So when I opened it, the screws and pieces were everywhere all over the box. So I think a couple fell out and got lost. But yeah, it took forever. I just finished screwing the last little thing on. Good thing we had a couple pieces in the garage that fit that, but it's not very, I can tell it's going to be top heavy, so it moves easily. So that's what it's looking like. So the acro bar was on that one, and then it fits in the middle perfectly. It was like a perfect fit under that mirror. And then I have the rudsta, so I don't know if I can fit 64 Hoyas here. It's going to be close because I have a lot of big ones. We're going to have to play around with things. I think I'm going to pick my favorites out of the bunch and work on putting them in the rudsta. And then I might move some bigger ones to the shelf. And then I think my polyneura might actually look good right here. Oh shoot, you know what? It's going to need some grow lights. Oh shoot, I forgot. I might have to hold off on doing that. I don't know, maybe let me go ahead and put plants in the rudsta. That way they can go ahead and get under grow lights and at least get some of my Hoyas there. This one I think is good because this one was in my plant room. This is definitely one of my newer favorites, the Nabawaniensis variegated. I love the pink undersides. I feel like I look at the top shelf in here the most. So yes, we are going to do that one. Definitely this one. This is like one of my top faves. I think that one's good because that one was in my Millsbow as well. Ooh, that looks good. And the Eli Prism. I need to get a container for this one too. I might work on that a different day, like find some actual nursery pots. I think for now I'm just gonna sit them in here and then I'll fix it and style it a little bit more like a different day or in my own time. I'm gonna try and cram some of these guys in here. 61 more to go. Ooh, I wanna put my 2 new ones that I got in here, but those ones do need watered because I haven't watered them yet. I'm gonna put this one in here. The other new one, this one here. I really want to repot this one. I need to add a trellis to that one as well. This is one of my favorites, my splashy Hoya Matilde. That one doesn't need watered either. I love this plant so much. I'm gonna put him on the top. So in here, the top shelf has 2 lights, and the bottom, the middle and the bottom only has 1 grow light. I did have this one on the bottom shelf, but I'm wondering if I should move it to the top. I guess I'll see how it continues to grow for me. Yeah, I don't like, it's not sitting well in here. I might pot that one with you here so I can go ahead and get it out of that container, but we'll see. Well, yes, I love her, the Heshgliana. I love this white section right here. She is a fave. And this one has been in my rudsta, so it's going to continue to be in here and do well. I actually don't want that one in the back because I want that one up front. So let's put that one in the back for now. And I'm taking the Matilde variegated in here as well on the top. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Hoyas on the top. I could probably squeeze some more if I really wanted to. Let me turn one of those off so you can kind of see in there a little bit more. So that's the top section. And like I said, I could probably do actually one more here, one more small one, which I might end up doing right here. But then that one's kind of blocked in the back, you know? I put some more Hoya in here. I think I'm gonna save this for the 2 new ones that I got. I just need to water them. These big guys are gonna have to get out of here though. They were in here and I need to trellis them, but I'll probably play around with this like in my own time and fix it up a little bit more. And like I said, I wanna try and find some actual nursery pots and get them out of those containers. But this, I have some Lacunosa here. I have a variegated, I have the Bruno tricolor. I actually had a second one, so that's down to 63 Hoyas. I'm gonna put that in my pile to propagate. And then I really like that Lacunosa, it's a zebra. I just love the coloring on it. And then I ended up moving the Serpens up here because it's just a small little guy. So that one's pretty full. And then I squished a couple, there's another Lacunosa, a mint coin back there. That one is a new one. Well, it's not new. Well, I mean, it's newer. It was a cutting. It's a Paradisa, I think, but I really like the way that it's growing. And then I put a Hoya Bella, and that is a lime splash, I believe, but I think this one's gonna do a peduncle. That's why I put him in here. It's right there. But yeah, I love the color on that one. And this is a undulata right here. This one was an import. I could add a big Hoya down there actually, that would work. One down on the floor. Ooh, and I could actually trail linearis down this cabinet. I would just have to add a grow light up top. I figured this was gonna happen, guys. I figured it's gonna get late and I knew this was probably gonna be like an all-day project type of thing. That's okay. I think what I'm gonna do is just I'll pop back on. If I don't pop on tomorrow, because I really need to do shop stuff tomorrow on Thursday, I might finish this up on Friday. That'll give me some time to figure out what to do with the grow light situation. I might work on it a little bit tonight. And these Hoyas can stay, I guess, here on the table for a little bit, but there's just no light here. So I think for a couple of days they might be fine, but I really want to get them styled. So yes, I have some work cut out for me. So I'll pop back on here soon. Oh, that's thunder. Oh, there's a storm coming. Oh yes. So yeah, I'll pop back on here and we'll finish up this video another day. Hello, it is 3 days later. So I am going to continue the Hoya mess that I have made. I added a few grow lights and kind of put some hoyas on that stand temporarily until I get it figured out. But when I was doing that, I realized the Barina lights that I got, they weren't really fitting on that shelf. I could do two, and then I actually put one underneath the rudsta on the bottom shelf, and then the other white little shelf over here, I have one underneath that, but I can't connect them because, you know, the Barina cords, they're too short. I had used all of my connectors for the new shop shelves, so I had to order some more. So in here should be the T5 connectors. And I also needed a new outlet timer because what I have is not going to work. And then I also bought another set of smart plugs because I do have I have one that's in my plant room, one out here, and stuff that's not on a timer, and I would like to get those on a timer. So I should have everything that I need to fix the grow lights. So I think that's what I'm gonna work on. And then, yeah, I'll get to fixing these hoyas. The hoyas that are on the table are the last to kind of get organized, and a lot of those I'm actually not going to keep, or I'm going to completely propagate them up. I can't get it open. I was gonna show you. These here are the longer cords. So it comes in a 2-pack, I think for $7.99 on Amazon, and they work perfectly. So I can hopefully stretch these out and connect all the Barinas that I need to with these. This is actually the outlet timer that I love. I have one in my shop room and one in my plant room. It has 8 plugs. It's by, that's the brand right there. And so 4 plugs are the ones that automatically set up on the timer. And then there's 4 plugs that you can use, but they won't be on a timer. So only 4 are connected to the timer, but I like that you have all these plugs. So my grow lights, I'm gonna set on a timer. And then if you have something else that you want running, like a fan, or I don't know, you just need an extra plug for something, then you can use these. Yeah, I really love this outlet timer, and it's just like a little dial, so you have to set it for the current time and then press the little prongs down for when you want it to come on and when you want it to turn off, and then it just it moves, I guess, to the hour and everything. And these are the smart plugs that I use here. That's the brand. So I have these set up throughout my plant room and stuff, and I have it connected on an app in my phone, so I'll probably need at least maybe 2 or 3 of these. Let me give you a little look at what's going on over here, and then I think I'm probably just gonna fix the cords off camera, just so I can, it's probably gonna take a bit to get the cords situated. I feel like that's the longest part. And then I'll come back on and we'll kind of style the rest of the Hoya and propagate some that I no longer wanna keep. Like I said, it's a little bit chaotic over here. So this yellow acrobar I'm going to use on my anthurium shelf and put some seedlings in here. I have to clean it yet. And these are some Hoyas that I was going to take out of pond and pot them up, some of my OGs. And then I was making a basket here of some Hoya that I'm thinking about just propagating all the way up. I have this Lacunosa, which I have so many Lacunosa varieties, and I have one that kind of looks like this one. So I figured I didn't really need this one. I think this is a Luisa's silver. Here's another one here. I'm not really a fan of the way that this one is growing, and I feel like I have a similar one already to that. And then here's another Lacunosa I'm not really interested in keeping. It's just all silver with splashes. And then this is another Lacunosa Bruno tricolor. So I had 3 total, so this is the second one that I'm going to propagate this one all the way up and make some cuttings for my shop, and then I'll make some small plants. And then here's another Hoya that I'm just not really interested in. It has really dark, pretty leaves, but I just feel like I'm not really wanting to hold on to that one. And these ones here I am keeping, I just haven't put them on the shelf yet, and I kind of want to repot some of these, and I'll have to figure out where they're going to go. And so this is what the shelf is looking like. The lights that are on, I added a few of these fancy clip lights. I had these extra in my plant room because I didn't want these Hoyas to go 3 days without any light, although the ones on the table aren't really getting much light. But I might actually leave them because The issue that I'm finding is because this shelf has a lot of empty spaces, I couldn't really put a bar grow light under there. So I have a couple grow lights under, I actually moved the acro bar up here. So I have a couple under there, like I was saying, I need to connect, and that'll give light to some of these on the bottom shelf. And then I have one under there that I'll need to turn on to give my polyneura some light. And then I have the variegated one here. But yeah, I was just kind of plucking some random hoya here in some spots. And I'll probably rearrange this in the coming like days and weeks and everything too, because I feel like I have a lot of repotting to do. Yeah, I put that one there, I put that one there temporarily. And I had no idea the rudsta was holding like upper 60s with humidity. It's not weather stripped or anything, so that's pretty good. But I have those chunky ones there on the bottom, and I have a row of hoya there in the back. And then this row here. And then these are some of my favorites up here. And this is my OG linearis that was on my Mills bow, so I put that one on that side. And this big long one over here, I put dangling on this side. And then I have a clip light on that one that's kind of shining on both linearis, so I think I'm just gonna leave that. So yeah, I'm going to switch that to the blink outlet timer and get all these cords secured and on timers and everything, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'll come back on and yeah, we'll kind of take care of the rest of these plants. You guys, it's only been like 30 minutes. I swear, like, it went so smooth. I like was plugging everything in. I still have a few random cords I think I need to zip tie up just to conceal it a little bit more, but it was so smooth. And I got the right color of Barinas this time, the warm yellow, so that it's more of like, not like the harsh white, except the Sancy lights are a brighter white, so that does clash a little, but I don't think it's that noticeable. So I have them coming on. I set the timer for 8 a.m. and then to shut off at 9 p.m., which is kind of like nighttime. So everything, they're on 2 different timer systems. But let me show you before I kind of put the lid on, and I'll get this area kind of tidied up on the floor. And then I'll probably come over to the table and we'll do some Hoya care. Excuse the chaos, but I wanted to show you the outlet timer for those that are interested. Okay, so there's one Barina under there, and then the Barina cord is a little bit tight. You can see that cord coming through. I had zip tied it there, but you can kind of see it over this way. But I feel like in some time you probably won't even really see it, especially if some of these Hoyas like grow, it'll kind of conceal the cord. And then the others I kind of zip tied it together. So those are coming from the rudsta cabinet. And then I put 2 Barinas under here so that these Hoyas can get some light on this shelf. I had one extra clip light in my plant room as well in my closet, so I added it here so that I could kind of add some more light to these 2 shelves. And I could probably do 2 Hoyas on that shelf, like back to back as well. And so there's 2 Barinas under here, and then they're connecting. This one's not as taut, I guess. It's coming over to here. So then I have 1 Barina under here so that the polyneura here can get some light. I actually might do all my polyneuras on the shelf. I have 5 varieties, so I'm thinking I could add my other ones like here, and that way I'll have like all the polyneuras together. And then this light is kind of shining down on the bottom shelf, so I feel like that bottom shelf is still getting some ambient light from both lights, if that makes sense. And so here's the new plug-in here that I have. So I was able to get 4 on the timer system, the green light. And so the one, I put one of the Sancy lights on the always on, and so I'll just have to adjust this timer in the morning. Right now I have it on 6 hours, but I'll adjust it to 12 hours. So I'll kind of hit this at like 8 o'clock in the morning so that it like comes off and on automatically, and that I don't have to like mess with that any. Oh, you know what? I could plug it into this one. So I left this one. This is what was here originally. This is working the rudsta lights. here, so I needed a USB for the fan that's in there, so that's what that is. I actually have one extra plug. I could actually plug this into here so that I don't have to like manually adjust it. It'll just come on with the rudsta cabinet. Oh, I could do that. So this one here, this little piece is connected by one of the Gove outlet timers. So I have that on my phone. So ideally I want these to come on at the same time. I'll have to check. This one might not be coming on till 9, but I might change it to 8 o'clock, and that way they're both coming on at 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'll kind of get that squished back down in there, and then I'll get the lid put on and we'll get rid of that one. And so kind of far away you can see that's how it's going to be. It's a lot of lights. Definitely the white one is a little bit more white just because of the Sansi clip lights, but I just don't know what else to do to give some lights to the hoyas like on the top shelf. I could actually put a few small hoyas on the, sitting on top of the acrobar, but they won't really get too much light up there. Popping back on, it's probably been like an hour, I would say. The neighbor was having somebody mow their yard just now, so it was loud, so I did some stuff off camera. Don't drop it. I chopped up the abuvada. So that's all the propagations -1. So I just chopped the entire plant back. I decided that I would just keep one propagation with the half moon leaf to grow out for me. So I stuck it over there in a thing of perlite. And then I'm gonna stick all the props in a propagation bin. So between all this that I prop up, I'll probably have, yeah, I'll probably do 1.5 propagation bins out of that. What do you think about that? Where'd you come from? Were you napping? Yeah, were you napping? Yeah, he's so cute. I'm just gonna work over this little tray here. So these 3 plants I'm going to pot up, and we'll propagate these up here in the bin. All right, and then I have my mix over here. It's rooted and everything, but I really like the half moon leaves, even though it's growing all white. So I might just pot it up and put it over there with my other one and just add it back in at some point. I'm gonna keep all this perlite on there. Half moon leaves are like my favorite, so I don't want to like just toss it because it's growing all white. Although it may not survive, so I guess we'll see. All right, and so these are the hoyas that I want to take out of pond. Oh shoot, I forgot that there was a separate cutting. The roots probably dried up on this. Shucks. I'm probably gonna have to stick this in perlite. Yes, I am. Okay. So my OG Crimson Princess, and then this Compacta. And I just don't think they're happy in pond. Well, the Compacta is growing, like it's pushing new leaves, and this one is too. But I don't know, I just don't like pond for hoyas. I have the discipulae in pond and it loves it, but these guys, I just want to get them back in my soil mix. And this pond too is too small. So this is when I first tried to make my DIY pond. The rocks, the pumice stones that I ordered were way too small and I didn't want to waste them. So I had mixed them in with some larger, but it's too fine. I'm just gonna peel this out of here. And the wick is attached to the root system. The roots are actually healthy on this one. I might have to rip that root. Yes, I did. Oh well. It's like growing inside of the wick. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use a 4-inch. I would normally do a 3-inch, but I'm just gonna use a 4-inch. Let's see. I really like that they're all over there. I keep looking at it. I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? Do you guys have separate plant shelves for different genuses, or is it genus for the different genus? Or do you have them like all mixed up? I might get some custom signs made too. For my shop room, the shelves, I want to label them for like Hoya, alocasia, propagations, rare plants. I want to have some custom signs to hang on the shelves. And then it'd be cool to have like a Hoya sign over there somewhere, maybe hanging on the wall. It'd be cool to have like an anthurium sign on the shelf as well. So I might do that. Okay. This one, I'm probably going to use one of those stakes or trellises to trellis that one up. Although I did have my princess trailing, but it's just one vine, so I'm gonna have to prop this, I feel like, in order to fill it out some more. Maybe I should take a cutting and prop it. Actually, I'm gonna wait. It seems to be growing, like this part seems to be growing, and I don't really wanna mess with that, so it's taken a while. I think I did this like last spring or summer, and in a year it's only grown like a tiny bit. So the reason I had put them into pon is because I started over with cuttings, because last spring the hoyas over here in the window was it last spring? Oh my god, I had such a bad mealy infestation and I let it go for too long because I was trying to use the good guys to get rid of them, and it wasn't working. We'll water it and stake that one. I can't wait to get blooms on the compacta. I had a variegated version as well, but it didn't make it. Oh, there is 2 pieces in here. Okay. So you got that piece, and oh, there's 3 pieces. Oh, cool. I thought it was just one big one. And it is branching off here too. Maybe this one was happy in semi-hydro. Oh well. I cannot wait for blooms on this one. I think it's one of the hoyas that I'm most excited to see blooms on. I just want the pink chocolate smelling blooms. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's cute. So that is that one. We'll water that one in. I'm kind of sad that I am getting rid of some of these hoyas. But I already have silver looking lacunosas. I don't need like so many different lacunosa varieties that all look silver to me. All right. So these 2 are definite. Okay. So because I plan on propagating these all the way back, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So since I've started selling Hoya cuttings now, since this one is pretty long, what I'm going to do is I'll probably do some like 3 node cuttings, and then maybe like 2 node cuttings. I do 1, 2, or 3 node cuttings, and then I'll also set some up to propagate to grow like a plant out of. Like usually I'll do a longer strand, or I'll do like a couple nodes and let it reshoot and grow. It just takes longer. So let's see. Here's a little end piece. So I think this one's actually good to do as a cutting. What I do for cuttings is I can either set them up in perlite, let them root a little bit, and then transfer them to moss and perlite. But I think for the cuttings, I'm just going to go ahead and plant directly in moss and perlite, let them root a little bit, and then I will list them. So there's a little cutting. I have a tray, an empty tray here. I'm going to put the cuttings in here. I'm gonna cut this little nub all the way back. Okay, this one I'm probably gonna set up as a small plant. I usually pull off the last few bottom leaves. I think that'll be a good cutting. Do another plant, and then we'll do a couple more cuttings. Okay, so that plant we got, I have 4 sections to do a plant with, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 2 node cuttings. Most of them have 3. So that is that one. This is a Hoya, it just has numbers and it is cute. The reason why I'm not going to keep this one is I recently got the vertical, it starts with a V and it's like a splashy one with almost identical shaped leaves. I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I like the dark leaves, but I'd rather keep the other one if I'm going to be choosy with the mother plants that I'm keeping. So I had propagated this once, and I think that propagation is rooting. So I'm going to go ahead and prop this here again. So we'll let that root up as like a plant for somebody. And so this one has a node here, so this one's going to regrow. So what I'll do is, oh wait, I need the tag to let me know what kind of Hoya this is, because I will absolutely forget. I would like to, what I'm going to do is set this up as another plant for somebody, but I'm going to take it out of my soil mix and check on the, I'd rather have like clean, freshly rooted roots for somebody. So I might chop the root system off below the stem here. Actually, let me go ahead and do it. Let me use, I'm going to dump this soil mix in here. Okay, so I cut the root system off, and what I'm going to do is like reroot it so there's fresh roots. So I'll put that in here to rinse. Okay, and then for the propagations that we took, so I'm no longer keeping these ones as mother plants. I'm going to rinse them separately so that I don't get them mixed up. They look different enough that I feel like I'd be able to tell them apart, but just in case, I want to like keep them with their tag. Okay, so this is the Louisa Silver. So in this bin, I'm going to layer them. I'm gonna let them air dry. I sprayed Pure Crop 1 with their tag. So that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of these. This one. Oh. Okay. Do this one here. Here's the propagations. So again, I'm putting all these in perlite, and the cuttings I will do moss and perlite. I'll probably tackle this just in my own time because it takes a bit to get them set up and potted up. So I wouldn't be surprised if it takes me like an hour. So I'm gonna set this aside here because those are just for the shop. So yeah, I can just do those in my own time. Oh, I forgot I have to find some perlite. I'll stick this in a thing of perlite because this is my plant for me. This is the Crimson Queen, the whites on the outside, although it's doing 3 all white leaves as the new growth. But it's still pretty, I want to keep it. I got this hoya so long ago with my Crimson Princess. And then I just had to find some like ceramic cash pots to sit those in because they're very drippy. And then I'll give you a look at the shelf over there. I was gonna do this all polyneura. I'm gonna put the new one that we potted up, the one that's growing all white right here beside it. I have some plant stands in the garage. I could just temporarily like put them on plant stands, like maybe in front here, since they are pretty big. That way they can get some like ambient light from the grow lights. But I'll have to make room for those. This one I actually might just go ahead and put where the polyneura is since I have room. And then I put the propagation in a little mug. And I can probably, I have room down here for that one. So I'll probably move that and put either one of the 2 big ones down here on the bottom. And then I would just need room for one more. But for the most part, I would say it's pretty much done. It is crazy that I have all my hoya in one spot. I know I was kind of annoyed with the shelf, like it was frustrating, but I'm really glad that I picked this one because it has all these extra holes, and so I feel like light can filter through and get to all the shelves. I ended up putting a hydrometer here, and then I have some extra clips if I need to like quickly, like, I don't know, stake one to the trellis. And then I'll have to add some trellises here for some of these guys. I think I want to put that one on a trellis. But yeah, sometime maybe next month I'll do a hoya collection video since they're all together. I can give you like a closer look at all the hoyas that I have. And that way, after that video, I'll probably start propagating again and taking some cuttings of a lot of these so I can, you know, grow them out for the shop. Here's another look at that cart. I would say that one's not really going to get much light over here. I have this light on. Let me turn this off and you can actually see how dark it is in this corner. So yeah, this one's not getting much light at all, so I may have to move him. And that's kind of getting some low light on that shelf. So yeah, I'll have to see how the hoyas like their new spot, and if I notice some like not doing well or anything weird, I'll have to like rearrange, and maybe I may have to add like another clip grow light or something over here. So I think I am going to quickly do those propagations, clean, vacuum this little area, and then I am going to water my plant room this evening, and then yeah, I'll work on this video. Hopefully I can have it ready to go by like Tuesday, I'm thinking, because tomorrow starts my shop prep. I'll be really excited to do the anthuriums next week. I'll probably work on that maybe like Friday, Saturday is my goal to get that done for next week. And then I'll have to rearrange my plant room again. I might do that a little bit tonight because I took so many hoyas out of my Ikea cabinet, and then that shelf by the window, the two bottom rows are completely bare because I had so many hoyas. So I'll have to rearrange in there and kind of fill in some spots. And then I think I'm going to film like a full plant update walkthrough at the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. You'll get like another overview of everything. Yeah, and then the only other section to do would be the bedroom, that window area. It'd be nice to somehow style that a little bit nicer. So I'll have to work on that for July because I know a lot of those Marantas and calatheas and tenanthes need to be repotted. And then I feel like majority of everything will be rearranged and redone, and then I can just focus on the rest of the growing season, like propagating and growing and everything. I feel like these big projects have taken a lot of time, and then I can go through my collection. If I decide that I want to do another downsizing video, I'll downsize and maybe, you know, if I do bring in a few more plants. My goal is to kind of, if I'm bringing some in, I kind of need to let some go, but I kind of want to keep it manageable like this and not be super overwhelming for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.